In this tutorial, we're going to teach you how to use free shaping to teach your dog to lay their head down on the ground. The first step is to click and treat your dog for any head movement at all. Here in this sped up version, you can see that anytime Lucy moves her head, I click and treat. Initially, she moves her head up and down, side to side, sniffs the ground. All of this is acceptable because I am trying to teach her that moving her head is what I would like. You can also see that she offers a variety of other behaviors, including jumping and wiggling backwards. These are not behaviors that I would like, so I ignore them and I do not reward them. When she resets herself and stays still on the ground, I increase my rate of reinforcement, or how often I am clicking and treating, to let her know that laying down on her tummy and head motion is what I'm really looking for. Here you can see she's beginning to figure it out as she is frequently offering me a head look to the left. Step 2, we want to begin to isolate motion of the head towards the ground versus any other head motion, including up or to the sides. So now I begin to click and treat Lucy for only motion that brings the nose down towards the ground, and I ignore all the other material. I intentionally begin to deliver my treat after my click a little elevated. This way, it sets her up for another repetition where she can easily drop her nose down to earn another click and treat for head motion towards the ground. You can tell when she begins to figure it out because motion towards the ground becomes more frequent and all other head motion becomes less frequent. I continue doing this each time clicking and treating for the downward head motion. As I do this, she will begin to offer more and more of the correct behavior, lowering her head towards the ground. Step 3, getting the final behavior and adding a cue. This is when it's important that you have clearly defined what you want this behavior to look like. Do you want your dog to just drop their head and touch the ground, or do you want a little duration of the behavior? Once you have finished shaping the behavior that you want, then you will be ready to add your cue. You know that you're ready to add your cue when you are consistently, 4 out of 5 repetitions, getting the correct behavior that you want quickly and clearly from your dog. To add your cue, give the cue just before the behavior happens. So if I want to add the cue, "Are you a naughty dog?" to signal to my dog to drop their head and touch the floor, I give my cue just before the behavior happens, and when the head hits the ground, I click and treat. Repeat this process until your dog understands the cue attached to the behavior. In this clip here, you can see that Lucy quickly offers the behavior back to back with no mistakes or other offered behaviors in between. This indicates that she is ready for the cue.